Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by to check out my video today. Today I'm going to do a quick overview and review of the Tramontina ice maker. This particular one we bought at Sam's Club for $90, believe it or not. They offer it in stainless steel and some other colors, so you can get one that matches the decor of your kitchen, but stainless steel seems to go with everything. We're in the middle of summer. You know what? We're always going through ice. Our refrigerator has an ice maker, but you know what? My wife just loves to crunch on ice. We put ice in everything. I've been sous videing stuff where we have to put it in an ice bath, and if I drain that whole ice tray in the fridge, she gets very upset. So we were looking for a way to make some ice inexpensively, because if you start buying those 20-pound bags at the supermarket, they seem inexpensive, a couple bucks here and there, but they add up over the course of a month. You could spend 45, 50 bucks on ice, which is crazy. So for 90 bucks, we decided to get one. So we've had it now for around 3 months, and I have to say I'm very impressed. I'm going to just kind of show you some of the features. This thing, they say, can make up to 26 pounds of ice a day, believe it or not. Every cycle, it makes 9 ice cubes, and you can do regular or large, and cycles take anywhere between 6 to 11 minutes. And you might say, 6 to 11 minutes? How is that possible? I thought it was a misprint when I read it. But I'll kind of show you how it actually is possible. So let me show you how it works, and we'll get some water in here. We'll start making some ice and give you a little overview of this machine. All right, as you can see in the front, it's got a very basic panel here. You have an on-off button here. When it's off, it's going to be all off, except if you got it plugged in, that little green light will flash every 5 seconds or so to let you know it's on. Here's where you do the cube size. When you turn on, you can do small or large. This light will come on when you need to add water. This will let you know when the ice bin is full. So very basic, simplistic. So let me show you the inside of the machine. We'll load some water and we'll get some ice cubes going so you guys can check it out in action. So here's the top of the machine. It's got a nice clear through area so you can see and check the status of the ice. In the inside here, back here, and I'll give you a close-up later, this is where the ice is actually made. And when the ice is ready, the cubes fall down and a little thing pushes it so the ice cubes fall into this tray. You lift this tray out and you go put it in either a cooler or right into your freezer. Now that's the one thing about this ice maker that you have to bear in mind. Before we bought it, we went online and checked out some reviews. And a lot of people were disappointed because they thought this was going to be like an ice machine that you would see at a hotel or something, where it just constantly makes ice and keeps it ice cold. This doesn't necessarily freeze the ice and keep it frozen. If you just plug this in and it's in a hot room, it'll make the ice, but if the ice sits in here too long, it's going to melt. And you can see it'll drip through these slots, and then it'll go down and it'll just kind of keep recycling itself. So this is only intended to make the cubes and keep them frozen for several minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes tops, and then you got to go put them in a freezer or a cooler or else they'll melt. This isn't intended to be plugged in where you just come grab ice whenever you need it. You make your ice cubes and then you put it into a bucket or something in a freezer cooler. If you use it that way, you won't be disappointed. So all you do here, and let me kind of show you down here, see these little tubes in the back here. What happens is the water you put in the machine goes through those tubes, and the tubes are what gets ice cold. And as those tubes get ice cold, it slowly squirts water out and freezes that water on those tubes. And then as it gets bigger and bigger, it forms the little ice cubes. And then when it's all done, it'll push it off and keep doing it. That's why it can do these pretty quickly within 9 to 11 minutes in a cycle. When I pull out the tray here, you can see there's a water fill line right here, max. So you want to fill water up there, and it sucks the water through that filter in the bottom. So let me do that right now. I'll show you how this works. So here we go. I'm just going to pour some water in here. And I'm not quite sure how much this holds. I got a gallon container. We'll see. I'll fill it up all the way up to the max amount here. But like I said, I've been very impressed. We've been saving lots and lots of money. So if you're looking a way to add some more ice and not spend a fortune, this is a great way to do it. So I think I'm just over halfway through that gallon. So it looks like it takes around a half gallon, give or take. I'm not doing an exact measurement. So there you go, guys. You fill it up with water. You put this in here like this. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, I got it on large. So I'm going to take down here and I'm going to show you how this happens now. Water is being pumped over those little metal tubes, and it's basically going to start to getting chilly and make the ice. You can hear it going on here. Nothing really to see down there, but you kind of get the hang of it. Now you can see the water there. It actually fills a little tray, and those things, those cold tubes stick in the water and they start to freeze around those cold tubes. It's kind of an ingenious way to make ice cubes. So let me come back later. We'll give this around 10 minutes, see if we can get our first dose of ice cubes, and you guys can see it in action. So it's been a few minutes, guys. I just wanted to show you, it does make a little bit of noise. There's a fan on the side here that's, obviously blowing out some warm air. I'll be quiet for a second so you can hear the sound. I mean, it's certainly not overpowering, and in most households, especially if you have normal families with kids, it's not going to make any noise. It does make a little bit of noise when it cycles through and the cubes start to fall down. A couple times when we first got the machine, it startled me. I'm like, what was that? Only to realize it was just ice cubes. So you can see I just left for around 10 minutes. We've already had our first ice cubes. Now the first batch are usually a little watery. Oops. But you see what how it's formed? It's just like a little cup of ice. And that where it is in the tube falls right out. So pretty cool. I'll let these things sit in here. We'll come back. I'll come back in around a half hour. We'll see how far. I'll start the timer and we'll come back in a half hour and we'll see how this ice tray, hopefully it'll be a little bit more filled up. We'll be back in a minute. Hey guys, we're back. It's been around an hour and 20 minutes. I got sidetracked, but that's what's kind of great about this machine. You just let it run. We'll take a look now. Now you can see cubes are much bigger, much more well-defined. They are kind of dripping because, like I said earlier, this isn't like a freezer in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move them to another container. Whoops, I got ice dripping everywhere. I'm going to close this back up. I'm going to throw this in the freezer just to have this freeze up a little bit and settle. And I'll let this ice machine keep going, do its thing. We'll be back later. I'll put this in the freezer and we'll meet back here after we've got a little bit more ice. Here we go, guys. The ice is pouring out here. Just show you how it cycles and moves it once it drops off those tubes, and then it automatically pushes it into the basket. There you go. So overall, I have to say I'm most impressed. Like I said, it's got a few drawbacks. It's not a plug in and forget it, It comes with this little handy dandy scooper too. So, if you have an ice bucket, you can use the little scooper here to fill your glass and always have ice. And for under $100 to have a little machine like this that could supplement either ice trays or an automatic ice maker in your refrigerator, this is a great way to do it without having to spend lots of money on bags of ice. I mean, you're really paying for frozen water. With a machine like this, it kind of does all the work for you. You just every hour or so have to pour it into some kind of container and put it in the freezer. So there you go, guys. There's my review of the Tramontina. I'm probably totally not pronouncing that right. Stainless steel ice maker. Me and my wife really enjoy it. I would highly recommend it. It's always nice to have a lot of ice cold ice. I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below and take a few minutes, check out some of my other cooking and smoking videos. I'm sure there's something there you might like and enjoy. And if you like it, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for stopping by to watch the video, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.